Alright, so this is a second video. If you missed the first one, make sure you go to the YouTube channel and have a look at it, because it'll be the one prior to this one. And it was the regression of this exercise where we're trying to find a way to strengthen upper trapezius without creating neck and shoulder pain and aggravating trigger points that are usually there for the person who may be quite weak, which is often someone with neck pain and shoulder pain. Not always are people weak there, but it's quite, if it's been there for a long time, usually people are avoiding that region for obvious reasons, because everything just gets aggravated so bad. And if it's left for a long time, like anything, if you don't work it, it just gets really weak, and the trigger points will remain. And you may be able to do push-ups and horizontal things quite well, but anything overhead becomes a real issue. So obviously you've got to try and find a way to get it back, and you can't just go straight to military press. You need to find another way, and these are some of the more unique exercises that try to work on positioning of the scapula and trying to give freedom at the top of the joint there, so that you don't cram it up and impinge the shoulder and all sorts of things. So I'll play the video for you. So basically Nathan's going to be sitting in a side-on, or sort of like a diagonal position, and he's going to be trying to almost like, and it takes him a few goes to get the hang of this, so he has his arm out to the side and he's basically just trying to reach to the roof, and you'll see how he turns the dumbbell at the top there, and that's important because it sort of gets it into a neutral position. So he's starting to get better on these last few here. So what we're looking for him to do is to get vertical up. Alright, so as he's going up here, basically he's turned at his shoulder's sort of gone into an external rotation, so it becomes more neutral, and a bit like serratus anterior for the pushing things, where we're really getting the scapula to come right around. This is a unique position, because actually the load is sort of right on his core, as opposed to if he was sitting up straight, the load would be right in the shoulder and most likely going to pinch him through there. This position, when he comes back down, you'll see how there's so much space. See how there's heaps of space because he's leaning like that. And this space stops that tendon at the top, the supraspinatus one, which is usually the one that gets beaten up and really, and it can get really sort of very torn, and that's when you can hardly move your arm. That's giving that area a lot of space to move, and you can start to develop the strength in the upper traps without the pinching and impingement that usually comes with it. All right, so it's quite you've got to be careful on the load. You can't go crazy with it. Remember, it's just an introductory exercise that you're trying to learn how to get things back, and you're trying to learn how to get good freedom through that shoulder. So that was a good one, how he really reached up. If we could see him from behind, which I probably should have done in this, you'd be able to see that scapula really rotating around. On this left arm, he actually does a better job. I think he understands a better idea of what to do. So you're sort of reaching up through there, and then the elbow sort of bends a little bit. Yeah, and then he starts in that pronated position and then goes and turns it into neutral. And like I said, it just takes a few goes. It's always hard if you're someone that doesn't have the pain, because we're trying to sort of replicate it in a way, and it doesn't quite work like that. But this is a great way to sort of gradually build up to the overhead movements that can be so difficult to reacquire if you've had problems in the past. All right, so I hope you've get some ideas from that, and it gives you some things that you can try in your training if you're someone that does have these upper trap problems. So yeah, give it a go and let me know how you go. All right. So I hope you enjoy that. We'll see you on our next one.